There's a gate repair company that did one for me a couple of weeks ago, and one that we still do his website. We still do all that. He's been a client of mine for years. But he started talking about mice going in and chewing up the cables inside of the gates. As a marketer, not being in the industry, I would have never thought about that. Well, when you do that content, you provide that over to your content person, or you're using AI to be able to generate that content. However you're doing that, you're talking about a real problem, and you're talking about your ideal customer profile. So when you start talking about that ideal customer that's having that real problem, you're going to open yourself up to things that you never even thought about, because it's normal for you. You repair this stuff all the time, but the person behind that marketing piece is never thinking about that. They're never going to talk about it, which means when someone does an AI search for you, or they do a voice search, or they do any of that, it's not going to know you even do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's great too. Yeah, to your point, this is entirely true. If I am a contractor and I'm always dealing with mice problems, it is normal to me. But if I'm a homeowner and I got a mouse problem, I don't know what to do. I need to call somebody, so I need to know. Right?
No one ever thinks about mouse problems and gate problems.
No, until you have a mouse and a gate problem, and then it's really important. So to be able to step outside yourself like that is so key, I think, with your marketing, and to think that, like, what skills and knowledge do I have that aren't as commonplace as I think they are?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that brings it into, I think, with the way marketing has changed, it's about being natural language. You can go out, I can produce 1,000 blogs in probably 2 hours if I didn't care what it said, didn't fact check anything, by using AI. And that's not what Google's looking for, because that's just a bunch of noise. So you have to be able to compete with all the noise that's happening out there, have good quality content, and be able to talk about real problems and what your customer's looking for. Not just toot your own horn every 5 seconds about how great you are and selling and advertising, but going to kind of that approach of like a Donald Miller of Story Brand, or which took things from Dale Carnegie back in the day and has just kind of twisted it. But you have to tell your story, because if you don't tell that story, you're not going to stand out. And that's how you're going to be able to compete against all this different AI stuff, but yet be able to have good quality content so AI can find you and know what it is you do.
Yeah, I agree with that approach wholeheartedly. And like you said, like, one of the things that an AI can't do is be human. They can't tell a story because it doesn't have experiences. And so to be able to bring your story in, even if AI helps you along the way to create some of the stuff, but yeah, that is a differentiator for sure. And I think it's only going to get more so.
It is, because the AI is only going to just keep regurgitating everything over and over again. But if you look at the power of story, it really regurgitates itself anyway. I mean, everything Disney came up with, there was a story, usually some really wicked and scary stories, that were then made into really fun kids movies.
Yeah.
It's one of those things to where everything kind of keeps doing itself, but you have to be able to break through that. You have to break through that noise, because if you don't, you're going to be left behind.